On the surface, the 70s film Smokey and the Bandit doesn't look like much. Despite its star-studded cast, including Burt Reynolds, Sally Field, and Jackie Gleason, at its heart, the film is an incredibly cheesy comedy. But if you look a little deeper, you'll find the movie is filled with crazy, behind-the-scenes facts. It was released on May 19, 1977, and grossed a total of $126 million, making it one of the highest-grossing films in America that year, second only to Star Wars. It was directed by Hal Needham, who up until that point had only worked as a stuntman. His stunt work was very impressive, and by the 60s, he was the highest-paid stuntman in the field, working as a double for actors like Burt Reynolds, Clint Walker, Clint Eastwood, and many others. He decided to break out of his comfort zone, however, and turn to directing. The film was a smashing success. After it, Hal Needham frequently collaborated with Burt Reynolds on other popular stunt films, including Cannonball Run, Hooper, and Stroker Ace. Smokey and the Bandit follows two friends, Bo Bandit Darville and Cletus Snowman Snow, played by Burt Reynolds and Jerry Reed, respectively. The film follows the two as they attempt to transport 400 cases of beer illegally across the country, and hijinks ensue as law enforcement begins to track them down. This road action comedy relies heavily on physical comedy, as well as many stunts, which were of course director Hal Needham's specialty. Even though the plot of Smokey and the Bandit may be simple and cheesy, the making of the film is filled with interesting surprises. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some of the crazy behind-the-scenes facts of Smokey and the Bandit you definitely didn't know. Stick around because we're going to reveal the shocking reason why Sally Field took the role of Carrie, aka Frog, in the first place. The movie existed because of Hal Needham's friendship with Burt Reynolds. Smokey and the Bandit would never have come to fruition had it not been for director Hal Needham's close friendship with Burt Reynolds. During the 1960s, Hal Needham became the highest-paid stuntman in the industry and regularly worked as a stunt double for Burt Reynolds. After working so closely alongside each other for years, the two developed a close friendship. After Hal Needham divorced his wife, Burt Reynolds even let his good friend stay in his pool house for over a decade. While living so closely together, the two began to develop a movie idea that would eventually become Smokey and the Bandit. Why Sally Field took the role. Sally Field played the lead female role of Smokey and the Bandit, Carrie, also known as Frog. By this point in her career, she was already well known for several roles. On TV, she'd played cute young girl characters in both Gidget and The Flying Nun. She then played an ugly character in the TV miniseries Sybil. At this point, Sally Field knew she had to make a big step in her career if she wanted to change her image. She had only ever portrayed young or ugly characters and wanted to play more attractive romantic characters. When she was offered the role of Frog, she quickly took it, aware it could easily change her image forever. The plot is built around a grain of truth. The overall plot of Smokey and the Bandit may seem silly on the surface, but it's actually based around a bit of truth. In the movie, the two main characters attempt to smuggle a bunch of Coors beer from Texarkana to Atlanta. Believe it or not, at the time the film aired, Coors was actually impossible to get east of Mississippi. This is because the manufacturer was only based in Colorado, and the product needed to be transported very quickly before spoiling. Transporting past the Mississippi River was simply too difficult with the available transportation and technology at the time. So it wasn't until 1986 that people east of Mississippi could actually drink Coors beer. The character Buford T. Justice was based on a real person. Throughout the film, protagonists Snowman and Bandit try to escape the clutches of a Texas county sheriff named Buford T. Justice, who was played by Jackie Gleason. But did you know the character was actually based on a person in real life? Burt Reynolds came up with the idea to base the character on his father, a strict chief of police from Florida. While many fans are surprised to learn that such an exaggerated character was actually based on his father, fans are usually even more surprised to learn about the development of a secret romance that began right on the set of Smokey and the Bandit. Stick around and we'll tell you all about it. And if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to Facts First for more. The Pontiac Trans Am went through a rough time while filming. Director Hal Needham was disappointed when Pontiac only offered him a total of 4 of their vehicles for the movie. While 4 may seem like a lot, every vehicle turned out to be quite necessary. 3 were destroyed by the insane stunts of the film, and the remaining vehicle barely even worked by the time filming ended. However, after the film, audience members were dying to get their hands on a Pontiac Trans Am of their own. After the film was released, sales for that particular vehicle doubled in just 2 years. Unfortunately, the new vehicle owners were disappointed to discover that many of the vehicles featured displayed in the film were actually just tricks to make it seem cooler and faster. The theme song was written in just a few hours. Believe it or not, the actor behind one of the lead characters, Jerry Reed, is actually the one who created the theme song for Smokey and the Bandit. He was already a huge country star with over 40 released hits by the time he was cast in the film, so the job of creating a theme song was left to him. According to Hal Needham, he actually procrastinated writing the most important song of the film, but towards the end of production, he pulled an all-nighter and finished Eastbound and Down, which turned out to be an integral part of the movie. There wasn't an official script. For those of you who've seen the film, this may not come as much of a surprise, but Smokey and the Bandit didn't actually have an official script. Even though much of the film was actually written down, the actors later confessed the script wasn't all that good. In the end, they ended up improvising a substantial amount. Sally Field and Burt Reynolds improvised much of their dialogue, mostly relying on their natural affinity for one another. Overall, the actors said they had a lot of fun making stuff up on the spot. And in the end, the film was a smashing success, so the fact that the script was a dud didn't matter all that much. The film sparked a surprising relationship. Sally Field may have been well known for a few roles by the time she landed the role of Frog, but she was nowhere near the same level of stardom as Burt Reynolds. But over the course of the film, the two ended up spending more and more quality time together. Their intimate love scenes on screen weren't just for show. The two actors actually ended up dating one another in real life. They had an on and off relationship for some time, but they ended up calling it quits for good after 5 years. Smokey and the Bandit was an incredibly cheesy yet popular film, filled with surprising behind-the-scenes secrets. Were you more surprised to learn that Sally Field took the role to change her image, or that the film sparked a relationship between her and Burt Reynolds? Let us know in the comment section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to FactsVerse for more. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.